Clerk will read the caption to House Resolution 123.
House Resolution 123 by Representative Tanner of the 9th, a resolution congratulating and commending the state YMCA of Georgia's Youth Assembly on its 75th anniversary and for other purposes.
Chair recognizes Chairman Kevin Tanner for an invite resolution.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It brings me great pleasure today to stand before you to recognize a fine group of young men and women from our state. For 75 years now, the YMCA has had the Youth Assembly. For those of you who are new members to our General Assembly, I would encourage you, when you get the call and they ask you to participate in this program, I encourage you to do so. This is training fine young men and women to be the future leaders in our state. I have a couple of important people with me today. These two young ladies served as the speakers of the House during this last Youth Assembly. And we have Samantha Aub and Kimmy Powell. Kimmy's from Forsyth County, Forsyth Central, and Samantha's from Jefferson. So if you would, give them a nice round of applause for being here with us. If you're not familiar with the Youth Assembly comes here to the Capitol every year, and they elect their own leadership, both in the House, the Senate, the Governor's office, the Supreme Court, and they carry out the legislative process exactly like we carry out that process. My daughter, one of my daughters, who's a junior in high school, has participated in this program for several years. It's very successful. It encourages them to participate in our process. So we want to thank them for all they do and recognize them on 75 wonderful years. And at this time, I want to call on the Speaker of the House for the Youth Assembly this year, Samantha, to give you a few words. Madam Speaker.
Good morning. My name is Samantha Ayub, and I had the pleasure to serve as one of the Speakers of the House for the 74th Georgia Youth Assembly program. Last November, while many of you were sitting in these very seats, approving much-needed disaster relief for the hurricane victims in South Georgia, we were holding our 74th Youth Assembly programs just a few blocks away. At our assemblies, nearly 1,000 students from across the state were locked in passionate debate and discussion on topics and issues our state faces. Through the discussions, we learned from one another. Today, I would like to thank you for the honor and privilege to have access to this wonderful Capitol building. There's no better place to learn about how Georgia's government works than where it actually takes place. Our groups are eager and look forward to getting back into these chambers this November. Many of you financially support our program through the Sponsor Your Seat campaign. I can speak on behalf of all of us as students when I tell you thank you. Youth Assembly educates and equips us to contribute to this great state in the world around us. You'll have an opportunity to once again make this investment in the coming days. As a matter of fact, I believe there's a packet on your desk with more information. This year at Youth Assembly, many ideas were introduced and debated, including increasing rural broadband, decreasing crab pot bycatching, and modifying the Georgia income tax rate in regards to these deductibles. This year marked the 74th Youth Assembly, and throughout the years, tens of thousands of Georgians, some former Georgia governors, sitting U.S. senators, college and university presidents, and several members of this very body were able to participate in the Youth Assembly experience. In fact, several members of this body have children currently participating or have had children participate in the past. Bills created at Youth Assembly or inspired as a result of Youth Assembly have had a profound impact on Georgia and the nation at large, ranging from schools granting maternity leave to adoptive parents, or most recently the issue of upskirting. Your investment and support in the continuing work of the state YMCA of Georgia is vital to the success of both Georgia and our nation as we seek to inspire and instill a passion for service and intelligent conversation in Georgia's teens. Georgia has a great deal to be proud of. We are a state known for a great business environment, among many other accolades. Georgia is the envy of many, and that is due to the thoughtful decisions that many of you make during these sessions to make Georgia a better state for its citizens and the nation as a whole. I can also assure you that in the generations to come, There are leaders coming out of these youth assembly programs who are passionate, informed, and dedicated to working towards keeping Georgia a great state to live in, do business in, and travel to. God bless you. God bless the great state of Georgia, and God bless the United States of America.